got to start off with some coffee. This is like totally new to me, like all this touchscreen coffee stuff. Interesting.
On the inside.
It's like
all nervous. How nice is it that it's just directly off the interstate though?
I know. So excited.
Wow, Monday morning the parking lot is full.
Where should we park?
But it's
right where we were? Visitor parking?
Yeah. There's plenty of spaces right in here.
Totally went into the wrong turn lane into the right turn lane.
We followed that one.
Yeah, he did it, so I did it.
They did it. Follow later. That's fine. That's fine. Let me look up who we're supposed to ask for.
I hope it's the same person because
right?
I don't know who my lady is. If it's not the same person. So, what kind of feels do you have going on right now?
I have all the feels.
Do you?
I'm so excited and nervous.
Yeah. So, I have butterflies. I have like that nervous feeling, like, any first day, anything.
Yeah, same.
I don't know, like, we're actually a half an hour early, so should we go in, or do you want to just chill here?
I don't know what we should do.
I don't know, because sometimes I just want to sit here and people watch and, like, see what kind of people are going in.
Maybe we should just wait till we're, like, 15 minutes early and then go in.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we're on
eyebrows.
time.
Look at these eyebrows. I can't.
They look fine.
No. No. I'm trying to stay with the trend, people, but I'm just too old to be doing that.
I look like I literally just woke up. I feel like it too.
Yeah, but you have things. What was that? That was the West Virginia WVU. Do they have like their own transportation?
It's a little shuttle.
It's a little shuttle bus.
How cute.
I wonder if that's for employees or for patients.
I wonder.
And I wonder if they go from like the main hospital here to like all the other little
or something.
Offices.
I wonder.
I don't know. Let me turn this back around because we might get that sunrise over the hospital.
It might come.
Maybe. Just leave it like that. I'm trying to look in the windows, see what's going on.
Right. The windows are so tiny compared to RMH.
Yeah.
I think there's like 2 windows per room.
Do you think?
You know, instead of like one big window, like it's like 2.
Like it. Well, because RMH, they had to make sure they had like that luxurious mountain view. Plus, it's a newer hospital. This is an older hospital.
It is.
Because I want to say like even the old RMH, unless it was the West Tower, I feel like the old part of the hospital like the original hospital had small windows.
Yeah. I'm still curious to know if they have double bedrooms or not, or if they're single bed. I bet they're double beds. Oh my gosh, how crazy would that be?
So if there's double beds and we have like 2 patients to a room, how do you think that's going to affect your behavior?
I have no idea. It's gonna be so weird.
Because when I did my clinicals at UVA on their like 5 West unit, they had double beds.
How was it?
And it was weird because it may be one room with 2 different people and maybe only one patient was yours.
Oh,
So like
wow.
I would have to literally walk
That's
through
weird.
and if bed A was not my patient, I'd have to be like, hi, I'm going next door. And then, you know, and the only thing dividing them is the screen, so they heard all your conversation.
Right.
But yeah, like,
well, what do you do about HIPAA in that sense? I mean, I know
don't
like
know.
single beds are fairly new in places.
I feel like single beds are like a luxury now for people, but double beds still do exist, and it's gonna be interesting. Interesting. I don't know, you know, based on assignment and based on hospital, to keep like the nurse load fairly easy. Like, well, this is a double bedroom, but those patients are yours. But it just wasn't like that at UVA.
Right.
At all.
I feel like that would make things so much easier.
It would make things easier. And then, like, you know, at least the patients would know, like, you're their nurse and, like, who's this person coming in?
Yeah.
Now, who are you?
Yeah.
Because not only are you having 2 different nurses, but you're probably having different other medical staff, doctors,
right.
And, you know, and you're wondering, especially if you're that first bed.
Right.
Wondering,
the one
like,
that has to be walked past all the time.
Like,
yeah.
And, like, what if you're the patient and you're, like, on the bedside commode and like, you just have strangers coming in? What if you have visitors?
I know.
Oh, hey.
Oh, my gosh. That's
I mean, like, they had the curtain that, like, went all the way around your bed, so you could do that. But still, like, you still hear everybody's conversation.
And smell.
Look, that nurse is just getting off. She's like, man, that
Get
report.
me out of here.
And if that's a nurse, she's like either an OR or an ED nurse, right, because she's already in her regular clothes. Yeah. And look, she's out of here. She is like done. Look. So far, what we're looking at, so the nurses are all getting off work. Like, we've seen 3 nurses come out. 2 nurses were in scrubs. Another one, I mean, we're assuming she's a nurse, but she's probably like an ED nurse or an OR nurse. Like, she's already in her clothes, but she did have a lunch bag, which makes me believe at some point she's staff of some sort. Maybe she's just not a nurse at all. But parking here seems really easy. Like,
really easy. I mean, we're directly in front of the doors.
We're directly in front of the hospital, and there's still plenty of parking. But yeah, another difference between our old hospital and this one, it's just parking everywhere. There is one little designated area that has a guard, one of those arm guard sensor things that the doctors, it's physician parking.
That's directly in front of the doors.
That's directly in front of the doors too. Yeah, there's no parking that's far from anything. And I don't know, here's another nurse. We're people watching. We want to see like what these faces are, because
she's right there.
Dang, she literally parked right in front of the door. She's
like
in that
first spot, man. I have to pee.
Okay. So we're going in. I'm not going to record anything like while we're doing stuff in here. Whenever we have a break or anything like that, I'll record, but like nothing. I just have limits. I have limits, and I do have like, you know, some kind of idea not to record everything in freaking sun. But we're going to go inside. We'll let you know how our day. Okay, so like we literally just checked in, and yes, we're having this conversation in the bathroom, everybody, but we've literally just checked in, and there was another traveler, and she was already shady. So I don't know why I had that on while I'm in here in the bathroom. But let me just tell you, already, Kayla and I.
Already.
Yes, no, especially me. No, I'm not the one. I don't know, what's on the south side?
The south is, remember they said there's 12 beds, and so there'd be 2 nurses over there.
Just 2, oh yeah, for 6 patients, right?
Mm-hmm.
She said 40 beds for the med surge.
Oh.
That's what she told me back then. And then 15 COVID patients, but obviously that number can change.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody,
We survived our first day.
And I'm left with the impression. Well, I got frustrated the first, like, I don't know, maybe hour, because I just kind of felt like we were thrown into something crazy.
Yeah.
But as the day went on, I feel like there's hope.
Yeah, there's hope.
And I know, like, I've heard from travelers, and of course, like, we're newbies, so, like, there may be a little bit of naiveness or naivety. I don't know how to say it properly, but
we haven't experienced other healthcare systems before, so everything that's different, we're like, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So there's
that's different.
definitely cool stuff that we learned today. Just like even, first off, the computer modules
are 50 hours long.
Yeah, there was 60 of them.
65.
Or something. Yeah, 65.
65 modules.
Yeah, and they couldn't get us in, so then we were like...
hours behind.
We didn't actually start the computer modules until after 12. So, like, the first half of the day...
I think it was like 1 when we finally started.
Mm-hmm. My morning consisted of, helping a little demented lady who would not sit still. And the poor nurse that had her, I mean, she just could not get anything done. And I was just like,
and they didn't have any, like, nurse aide to help them this morning.
Oh,
well, they had one.
They had
for
one aide.
25 beds.
25. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
One aide for the whole entire floor. And so the precept, like the girl I was with, she was like, yeah, pretty much like you're the nurse and the NCP, which does make you appreciate like the old hospital a little bit, because I don't think it was ever that bad with staffing.
No, we always had at least 2.
Epic seems to be like it'll be okay. They do some things different. They don't do skin mans. Yeah, the one lady that Kayla was with was actually like one of the wound care nurses that like did backup for like the main wound care nurse or whatever, and she had asked about that program or whatever, because they don't do that. So yeah. So they don't do skin mans. Their pump.
Oh my god.
I don't know what it was. And when she pulled out that medicine and she pulled the pump out, I was with the girl in a room. And they're double bedded rooms. Like there's 2 beds.
Most of them are not private rooms.
So you only get a private room if you're on isolation, you're an inmate, or
we are so spoiled at RMH, to be honest. They share walkers, like at RMH, like every single room has its own walker.
Every single room has its own datoscope and its own monitor. Yeah. Like they have, it's really old stuff, I can say.
Yeah,
like
they have like 1 or maybe 2 on this floor that they take around to every single room. Yeah.
It really reminds you of like being in a nursing home, like an old nursing home.
The very first vibe that I got.
And like
nursing
old, dirty utility rooms and stuff like that.
Yes.
But they use Omnicell for their medication. So that'll be interesting. Their supply room is pretty badass. Like that was nice.
Yeah, that did look pretty nice.
Yeah, that had and it was like easy access, not like these rolly cabinets that we like get
spread out along the whole perimeter of the room.
Yeah, so everything you could see, like you could walk around and just see everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this dinosaur pumps, man, it was like, they were like this
so
big,
and
like the size of my phone, and they were, yeah.
They're like wide and like this.
And like when you put the primary line in, so instead of us having like that, what is that piece on our primaries?
I don't know, like it's like a little reservoir, like,
yeah.
I don't
So
know.
instead it's just a straight, like a big, thick part, like tunnel part of the tubing, and it just sticks in this way.
Yeah.
And then you prime it, and then like you hang your secondary and you put it lower, then it's just weird.
You have to hang your bags at different levels because they're not smart pumps like we're used to.
Yeah, I
They're
think
not
that's the
smart
best
pumps.
way to say it, is like they're not smart pumps.
So they can't tell which one is supposed to go. When you have it primed and ready to go, it doesn't know which bag to pull from except by knowing like which one's higher than the other.
The nurses' stations aren't private. It's just one
Very
central.
cramped on each other.
Yeah, one central, like, well, we didn't go to the one end. There's a south wing that we haven't gone to, and they said that when you're down there, there's something different about that one.
I don't know. There's 12 beds, 2 nurses down there always.
Yeah, so I don't know, but where we were at, the nurses' station was just legit
nursing home style,
and everybody had access to. However, there's quiet hours.
Yes.
From
2 to 4, right? In the evening.
But there was one in the morning as well.
And then midnight to 4 a.m.
They turned the patients' rooms phones off.
At 10 p.m.
Yeah.
At 10 p.m. till 6 or 7, they turn off the patients' phones in the rooms.
And their
so
visiting
awesome.
hours. So I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to like that. Because there's no sense where people should be coming in and out 24 hours a day.
No, there's not.
Your
loved one is sick and they need to sleep.
Yeah, so just don't get me started on that one. And like, I was triggered earlier when I recorded in the bathroom. I was triggered, but that's because all the other people there were like CCU and PCU and like snooty.
We did meet a girl that is on med-surg with us, and she's so nice.
It's her first assignment too.
She's cute.
Her name's Raven. I'm sure we'll have her in a video because she's also staying at the same place we are. Oh, yes. Speaking of, they messed up our schedules. It was jank. So instead of having like
all of our days together, like blocked,
I work one day, come back in 3 days, work one day. We're not even working the same schedule.
We work one day together, the whole schedule. One day. We were supposed to really have been tried to get.
And that could have been like the newbie travel nurses in us. But like, how many, we went through all the right avenues. Like our recruiter knew that, our company knows that, the manager when she interviewed us knew that. Like, they knew we were a pair. And I'm not saying that we need to work every shift together, but it would have been nice to have at least 2 or 3 days, because we said we could work 4 and at least have 2 or 3 days together. I mean, whatever. But so today was our first shift, and since we're not working together, we're just gonna go home. So we're driving. We stopped at
Martinsburg Diner.
Shout out to Tanya.
Yes, Tanya. You told me to come here.
Yeah, and like we were just driving, and she was like, "Ooh, yeah, Tanya said that we should try here." So
here we are.
This is where we're at.
I'm getting an omelet at, what time is it?
But we didn't eat until
8:30 at night.
Yeah, well, we ate at like noon.
Yeah.
So we're legit hungry. Maybe /
hangry.
Oh my gosh, the music.
They're playing Christmas music right to the heart, man.
Oh, and it's Stevie Nicks, Kenny's girlfriend. Anything else?
I don't know.
she's still smiling too about all of it. She's all happy and excited, and I'm just like,
I'm pretty nervous for the upcoming months, to be honest. It sounds kind of scary. Their call lights don't go to their phones, so they have no idea if somebody's ringing unless you're actually like out there in the hallway, like looking at it.
Yeah, and like apparently like they're encouraged to call your phone. The patients can call your phone, which I know at Centera we look down upon that, but apparently that's the best way to get a hold of your nurse here at this place.
Yeah, which is crazy.
And I had to do my computer modules in like a broom closet pretty much, and I just heard this guy going all day long, and I was just like, oh my gosh. So from the wall
I know
where
the
I
dude
was
that was
sitting,
behind. I went into the patient's room who was behind your
and
closet
I'm going,
area.
hey.
Oh, he's funny.
So I heard him, and then literally right outside the door was the poor little demented lady who just could
Every
not
5 seconds, just
setting off the bed alarm or the chair alarm. So if you're a high fall risk, like you get a chair alarm and a bed alarm on top of your bed's alarm.
yes.
You get high fall risk bracelet, the yellow socks, and then if you're moderate, you get everything orange. You get orange socks and an orange bracelet. So I thought that was interesting. And yeah, these double bed rooms are interesting. Oh, I think we're getting our thing now.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want your thing? Oh, thank you.
Thank
Can I borrow
you.
you for another cup? Thank you so much. It was just decaf coffee. Yeah, thank you. Alright, girl, we'll grab it down. So we were like thinking to ourselves, since it was like our first shift, we were gonna treat ourselves, and like I'm totally eating potato and I'm getting carrot cake.
It looks so yummy.
Yeah. Certainly, I'm totally chowing. Alright, well, thank you. The girl working tonight reminds me of my friend Sarah. Sarah Gray. I miss you, Sarah. If you watch these videos, I miss you. I love you.
Yes, I want this one.
Yeah, let me put this in the middle. Alright. Is that it?
I think that's it. We're ready to eat.
We're ready to eat. If there's anything else added, we'll add it. But otherwise, our first day! Yay!